Hello and welcome back to the Loudmouth damn it, never mind. We'll do it live. All right, welcome back to the Loudmouth Podcast. I'm your host, FPS Diesel. Alongside with me, as always, is Quite.
Haha, Deb.
And Wild Spartans.
Are you from fucking 2012?
I said Deb and I fucking whipped instead.
I miss Harambe.
I fucking whipped in real life instead of dabbing in real life.
Harambe was still around in 2012, Diesel, alright? Watch your mouth.
Okay, excuse me.
Know your history, bro. Know your history. Respect the living legend. Or not.
You guys
so
see
living
Ben
legend.
Shapiro's Harambe meme in 2019?
I probably did, but I don't think I cared enough to remember it.
Yesterday was the third year after his passing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was the third year of Harambe's passing, and we don't have a statue for him yet.
Yeah, it was also Matthew Ramsker's birthday, but let's be real, who gives a shit?
Oh no, everybody's gonna remember his birthday for being the day that Harambe.
Yeah, no, everybody, like, he just said, it's my birthday, and everybody's like, Harambe, 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 in the replies. Poor kid. Mom, Richard, I can do it, fucking...
The Cincinnati Zoo should put a statue of Harambe outside the exhibit.
They should put
It's
a
like a
statue
picture. It's
of
like a statue of
Matthew
Harambe holding up the world.
So fucking dumb. How do people still remember? Like, what the fuck?
No one's ever gonna forget. It's impossible.
You shouldn't forget tragedies.
I'm gonna be like 80 years fucking old, and they're gonna be like the 80th year after Harambe's passing, and I'm gonna be like, what the fuck?
Harambe's death day becomes a national day of mourning. Banks shut down.
We are literally in a time warp back to 2016, dude.
Uganda Knuckles.
And
I
Harambe.
can't wait for him to be in the movie.
Me too.
He's gonna be in the sequel. So let's move on to the topic list.
Sorry. I was gonna say, did you see that like a fan-made remade trailer where they like put like an animated 3D model of Sonic like from like the game style in the trailer?
I saw it on Reddit. I didn't watch it.
It was decent.
Yeah, it was actually really well done.
It was like rough, but it was also made by a fan. So if he had more time, I'm sure he could have done something really cool with it. It was a nice proof of concept. But anyways, topic.
It was a good proof of concept. I'm going backwards on my list today. Let's talk about this fishing boat.
Man, I sure do love fishing and tackle boxes.
Let's talk about this fishing boat.
I sure do love fishing with my tackle box.
Fish boat. Okay,
Yes.
Diesel. Tell the audience about the fishing boat.
So here's the thing. So we haven't had an oven since I was about 17, right? This is like 100% no meme. Like, our oven does not work.
Yeah, I know.
It's just like an extra place to store like kitchenware, right? And
Wait, you put like forks and shit in your oven?
no, I don't put forks in the fucking oven. I put big shit like pots and pans and fucking babies or whatever.
Oh, the cooking
what's
materials.
the point of putting the babies in the oven if it doesn't work?
Where else are you gonna put it?
The stove? Clearly, that's the only place you can fucking cook them.
Oh my god!
I don't know, back inside the mother? Something like that.
Just put it back in there. Anyway, so I haven't had an oven for a while, right? And you know, my dad is a character, and instead of fixing the oven, of which we have not had for years, he's like, I'm gonna buy something for myself. I am gonna buy a fishing boat. Boy, what? Why?
See, my argument to this is I don't know why you wouldn't want the oven, because then you can have frozen pizza. Like, what the fuck?
Just frozen pizza.
That's way better than a fucking fishing boat.
You could bake a lasagna. You could bake a cake. You know?
Yeah.
You could bake, period.
Better? What's better? Fish or fucking cake? Let me guess. Cake. Cake's the winner. Fish suck. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do with fish? Eat them?
At this rate, our stove is gonna go, and he's gonna have to fucking cook outside.
You ever think about that? Like, we bake cookies, but we cook bacon.
Yeah, we park on a driveway and drive on a highway. Wait, no, did I miss that? I mixed that up.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my god!
At no point does a highway factor into this.
Wait,
no.
you bake your bacon?
No, you cook your bacon.
Yeah, but I'm saying, do you like put your bacon in the oven?
You can do that.
I mean, you can, but like I don't know. I usually
it makes it
skillet.
less like greasy.
Yeah, no, like I cook shit like in the pan or whatnot.
If you cook bacon in an oven, it'll be less greasy and more crispy.
I usually skillet.
But then it's gonna be extra greasy, and you're like, oh, now I'm like greasy because my bacon's greasy.
I'll just take a shower after eating bacon.
No, that's so extreme. What the fuck?
After every strip of bacon, I will take a shower.
Have you guys ever okay, so for like breakfast shit, have you guys like made something quote unquote like not normal?
Yeah, I made some really fucking poor ass shit because I was out of bread or whatever. Like, I take a sausage and I just put cheese on top of it. It was the most disgusting thing I think
Ew.
of. I know, it was really shit, but I did it.
I mean, I'll often I'll put scrambled eggs on like peanut butter and jelly toast.
That's worse.
I mean, like the sausage,
like
the sausage and cheese is just an egg sandwich without an egg or a bread. Like you could still put it with other shit and it'd be normal. You're just like mixing and matching at this point, Brandon. I respect the vision though.
See,
I mean,
like,
I tried it when I was younger, and it just became a habit. I'm like, okay, scrambled eggs and toast. Let me fucking put the eggs on my scrambled toast. Let me put the eggs on my toast. Like it was just kind of natural.
I mean, like the sausage and the cheese thing, like that's okay. But like, I'm just picturing like just a singular sausage on a plate with like a Velveeta cheese over it.
A sausage link or a sausage patty?
Patty.
Okay, I was picturing like a link.
I pictured a patty.
No, I pictured a link.
I mean, it's harder to put links in sandwiches. So like, patties.
You could put it in like a nice
Hey, you could like line it up and shit, which is nice. I've had that before, but it's like patties are just simpler and shit.
My favorite thing is expired milk.
Ew. Okay.
My favorite thing is kicking Brandon off the Loudmouth podcast for saying shit like this.
My favorite thing is a fishing boat.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go fishing for scrambled eggs.
Oh my god. I've made eggs in the microwave before.
Like, how did you manage that?
That's not that uncommon.
Really? So a lot of people actually get like super angry about that.
I don't know. I've never done it. I just didn't know you could.
Yeah,
you can. You can make scrambled eggs in the oven.
Like
scrambled
microwave.
You put an egg in like a mug, stir it up, and then put it in the microwave, and boom, you got egg mug microwave.
Yeah,
food.
they literally sell like at the store. They sell like fucking like little breakfast meals. Total ripoff, by the way. Don't buy them. But they have like egg in them, and you put them in the microwave, and it heats up the eggs.
Yeah, and then you get like a breakfast on the go.
Yeah, it has like sausage and shit in it. What if your fishing boat has an oven on it?
I have to fucking live on the fishing boat if I have it my way.
I mean, if it has an oven, right, the fishing boat will actually be a pretty big fishing boat, so that is a potential if the lake's close by. So, like, I don't know, that sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
The fishing boat is just a metaphor for the love he never gave me. That's deep. That's deep.
I'm trying to think of how that even fucking worked.
I don't know either.
The fishing... But, like, he doesn't own the fishing boat yet, right?
No, not
so,
yet.
If he never uses the fishing boat after buying it, that means the love that he never gave you didn't exist. That means he gave you love. But if he uses the fishing boat, that's proving the metaphor correct.
Guys, I have never seen my father, like, I've seen him go fishing, like, a couple times with, like, me, but I don't, like, he doesn't fish regularly, which is why I find this to be such a weird purchase.
I mean, like, you know, like, I don't know.
Like, you go, like, obviously you have a midlife crisis, right? You buy a car that you really shouldn't buy, like everybody gets that, right? You know? Like, you're a 50-year-old man with a Porsche. Like, why?
I'm a 50-year-old man with a small fishing boat.
Exactly. Like, that's why I'm like, well, what are you doing here, Buster? Like,
so what are you gonna use the fishing boat for? Fish? It's like okay, what are you gonna fish for?
I'm gonna call it right now that fishing boat is gonna end up in my backyard and it's gonna sit there for years.
Why don't you just like, okay, so to cut down money on groceries, just fucking fish for all your food?
At this rate, we may have to.
I mean, you virtually just eat meat anyways. So, like, you know, chicken versus fish. I mean, I'd prefer chicken, but like you gotta do what you gotta do.
I don't know. I mean, fish is pretty good. You know, I'd be okay with that.
I mean, does he have a fishing license? Because I know certain areas require a fishing license.
Yeah. You need a fishing license over here.
Does he have one?
Dude, I don't know. You think I ask people, hey, you got a fishing license over there? You got a license?
What are you using that fishing boat for? Fishing? Oh, do you have a fishing license? What's a fishing license?
You want to explain yourself? A fishing license for that, buddy?
Okay, jump in a lake.
Let's talk about VR boats now. VR fishing boats.
Alright, so there's 2 new headsets coming out from Oculus, right guys? Okay, the Oculus Rift S, which is just a $400 headset that connects to your PC and does all that normal shit, right?
Is it
Apparently
like a
it's supposed to be
cheaper
more
one?
powerful and clearer image. That's all I've heard. That's what I've been reading, at least. I literally couldn't find a difference. Yeah,
is the res the same as a Vive?
Nope, doesn't have that listed. It just says that it has improved optics.
See,
reduced screen door effect.
Improved optics could just mean like, hey, we upped the pixels by fucking 10 by our headset. Like, doesn't fucking count.
I don't know. The Oculus Rift S doesn't seem like a really big seller. And to be honest, that's not the one that everybody's talking about. The one that's really popular right now is the Oculus Quest, which sold out almost instantly.
Is it wireless?
It is 100% wireless.
Oh, no wonder it's selling so fucking well.
Okay, so here's how it operates. Basically, there's a PC inside that headset.
Oh, that sounds heavy.
And it's actually smaller than like a Rift S. So
that
I don't
sounds
know
like.
door
I mean, what kind of games are on it then? That sounds like
it's obviously not as powerful, and you're limited to the Oculus store. But there are ways to get Steam VR running on it. So
I mean,
you
like,
can run Steam VR on it.
Personally, I think it'd be really funny if there was like a 2080 Ti just shoved in there somewhere. But like that wouldn't happen. No Beat Sabers on it. Yeah, that's interesting.
There's a lot of things on it.
I mean, what's the battery life like? That's
I think it's 3 hours on a charge. It's about Nintendo Switch kind of levels.
Okay.
It's literally the price of a Nintendo Switch too, $400. You pick up the
Switch is $300.
Did you guys see, like, it's kind of very rudimentary, but you see that fucking Nintendo Labo VR shit?
I don't want to put a fucking Switch on my face.
I know, I just thought it was funny. Because you can play Legend of Zelda in it, and apparently there's like a first-person option for, like, Mario Odyssey now.
That sounds like I'll vomit.
Yeah, fucking 720p screen strapped to your fucking face.
Have you guys tried the cardboard themed VRs or like the cardboard VRs?
I was going to, but then I didn't because I couldn't find a Google Cardboard anywhere.
You can just buy it online for like $5. They'll ship you cardboard.
Remember Google Glass?
Yeah, I do. Me. I remember when I was super hyped for it, and then I'm like, wait, this is fucking dumb.
Wait, you were hyped for Google Glass?
I mean, it was a really cool concept when I was 11.
Yeah, I was like 10 or 11 years old. So, like, 11-year-old me is just like, that's fucking sick.
It's like, we thought it was going to be
on your face.
We thought it was going to be the shit that, like, or at least it was going to have the graphical fidelity that shit nowadays does. Because, like, I saw this one video where it was, like, Google Glass in 10 years or whatever, and it was a dude playing an FPS game in augmented reality. It was just a bunch of VFX. It was really cool, though.
You know how bougie and stupid all that shit's gonna look?
Hey, I fucking... Dude, okay.
Diesel, do you think I'm using a fucking Vive because they think I look cool? No.
Nobody looks cool in VR.
Yeah, no shit. I'm not doing it to please you with my superficial looks. I'm doing it so I can go to fucking Skyrim and fucking kill some shit. Let me be.
I mean, like, in the future, like, there's already a pair of smart glasses that actually look pretty sleek for smart glasses. The only complaint I'd have about them is, like, the fucking, like, what are they even called? I don't have glasses. Like, the fucking, I want to say, like, why is this so hard for me. The fucking things on the side that go to your ears. What are those called?
I don't know. The side of the glasses, the bendy part.
The bendy part of the glasses are really fucking thick. Like that's the only complaint. They're thick and they're long. But like they actually look pretty sleek, and like I could definitely see smart glasses being a thing in the future.
There are other like just kind of like Kickstarter companies that are doing the smart glasses thing, and there's just something that seems like a real invasion of privacy if somebody's wearing smart glasses.
I mean,
you
most
can't
of them
tell.
don't have cameras.
Yeah, but there are ones with cameras. Like you just wouldn't know when somebody's taking a creepy photo of you, you know?
Let's be real here. Our lives are already all fucking recorded by security cameras that exist in the goddamn world. Since like whatever.
Yeah, but like imagine if like people could do that on a personal level. You know, it's one thing when like
Diesel, do we have any privacy anymore?
No, I agree, we don't. And I'd much prefer these weird mega corporations not be able to know everything about me and when I'm gonna take a shit.
If I fucking ask Alexa the weather, she'll fucking dox me. Like, okay, like it's so fucking. I don't know. Our privacy is gonna disappear anyway.
Yeah, but what? There's a difference between like Ron Jeremy, the pedophile, and Ron Jeremy's not a pedophile as far as I know. Anyway, poor naming, right? But like, you know, like there's some creepo that goes to like the park and like takes pictures of your kids wearing his fucking Apple glasses.
They do that anyways.
Yeah, but like at least when you see him and he has a phone and he's trying to like sneak a picture, you could go up to him and be like, "What the fuck are you doing? I'm gonna punch you in the face now." You know, like at least you have some option for recourse. But if it's glasses, you don't know. Like you can't tell.
Most of the time, you're not going to be able to tell who's doing the phone either. It's like a fucking minutia.
Okay. Here's what happened recently, right? I went to like a local comic convention, and I caught an old man taking weird booty pics of girls just minding their own business. And I saw him, and I watched him do it, and I continually watched him do it. And then when we locked eyes, he like turned a corner and fucking ran away.
Bro,
But
if this
you
dude
didn't
had
stop
fucking,
him, though.
if this dude had fucking glasses on, you would see his fucking face just following their ass anyway.
But like you can't tell he's taking a picture or a video. That's
I mean,
the
it
point.
depends. How do you trigger taking a picture? Do you just like fucking like have to press the side of the camera? Do you need a voice command that says "take picture of ass"?
How did Google Glass
glasses.
do that? Was it like a? I thought there was a gesture.
I think there was like a gesture, but you'd be able to notice the gesture if he keeps fucking taking it.
Yeah, if this dude just keeps tapping his fucking glasses, it's pretty obvious what he's doing. Like,
Also, I feel like old man at fucking comic convention only looking at girls is probably a bigger giveaway than phone or glasses.
Yeah,
literally.
Not to
Yeah,
say
I get it, 'cause
that's
he's
that's
like an old
actually
man,
that's
okay.
a bit much though. Like I fucking hate that stereotype. Like old men can't go in public without being like, "Oh, pedophile." Like that shit sucks.
Well, no. No. If someone's like, if an old dude's like fucking holding up his phone, like an old fucking man, taking pictures of people's asses, it's pretty goddamn
But I mean, like, at the
obvious.
same time, though, like, an old man could just be holding up his phone like an old man does, and we wouldn't be able to tell the difference, because...
It's pretty obvious
you
when
can tell
someone's
the
taking a
difference.
picture of someone.
Because there are other old men around who weren't doing what he was doing.
But I'm more talking about, like, the fucking fact that, like, some dads can't hang out with their kid alone in public, and then there will be some people around who are like, he's probably trying to fuck that kid.
I have never met
What?
a person who's like, oh, that's not their son or their daughter. That's some random adult male stranger.
I don't know, I've
with
seen
that
a
child who
stigma.
looks
I've
like
seen a
them.
stigma about it.
No, I know,
mean,
there's definitely a stigma.
I mean, like, I've never personally met someone or done it myself where someone's like, you know, that guy looks kind of old and he's with a child. I wonder if he fucks kids. Like, I no one's really done that. I mean, yeah, but the glasses thing, it's like,
I mean, we did it with Pro Jared.
I mean, yeah, but then it turned out like we didn't say anything. We just weren't like,
And then we had a little more to go on, too,
yeah, we had more to go on than like, oh, he just looks like it.
To be fair, that is what it boiled down to.
Well, I mean, like, if there's information out there, it kind of proves a point. But no, but like the point is, if someone's taking pictures of like if someone's taking a video of someone's fucking ass with smart glasses, you would fucking know because their eyes are gonna lock on and then fucking be like, whoop.
Okay,
Like,
but if
keep
they're like the
fucking
Apple
following you.
glasses, they're fucking shades. what are you gonna do? Like, you can't see their eyes.
Yeah, okay, Diesel, cameras don't move like your eyes. You would need to follow with your head.
I'm aware of that.
So if someone's fucking moving their head continuously,
you guys are
following
arguing like
ass
this
that
isn't a
walks
thing
by.
that'll happen with these glasses, but it is definitely a thing that'll happen with these glasses.
Yeah, but like
Diesel?
the argument we're making is like
Diesel,
it's pretty fucking
like-
obvious any way you look at it.
Diesel, I want you to look on Discord. I'm putting on some glasses I have laying around. I think these are Gunners. No, these aren't Gunners. But like, they would have to be moving their head like this. Just look at Discord and let me give you an example of how they would have to look. Can you see my face?
It's not. There we go.
Yes. Okay, yeah, like... yeah, obviously you have to move around, but like, we don't know... Okay, what if it's like a wide-angle lens on this camera, right? What if, like...
Oh, someone's carrying around a fucking GoPro with them to
Oh
MomoCon?
my god.
Diesel, if someone has a wide angle lens, fucking camera glasses, they're gonna get some fucking warped ass anyways. So who gives a shit? Like,
It matters. The fact that they are, you fucking weirdos.
what do you mean? We're just saying it's obvious. Now, if someone had a contact lens with a camera in, your point would be valid because you wouldn't be able to fucking tell.
I think this is just as valid, okay? Like,
But like, okay, this is totally like unrelated to the argument, but like, what if the dude like who you made eye contact with, who you said was like creeping on like girls and shit, what if like later that day he was like, I fucking made eye contact with this kid and I'm pretty sure he thought I was fucking creeping on some little girls and he was just trying to text, his daughter some shit that he was getting.
I knew he was because I walked behind him, looked at his phone screen, and it was the camera. Like, that's how I knew.
No, but like,
you don't
why if
get
he was
that
like, what if
extra
he was like,
sense of evidence with
what if he was
Diesel.
taking pictures? I'm just like
Diesel.
imagining, what if he was taking pictures for something else? That'd be fucking hilarious.
Diesel, what if he's just trying to take a selfie?
What? Taking a selfie of fucking dick length? Like,
Diesel,
Have you
old
never?
people
Well, I
don't know
mean,
how to use phones.
old people don't know how to use phones. Like, they have to hold it 7 yards away from their face to be able to see it.
oh my god.
It's true though. They like fucking hold it out and they tap it with one hand. Like everyone knows.
You know, like the finger typing. You know, where they hold out
Yeah.
like a finger straight and type, and I hate that. Like, you don't need to do that.
I think it's like cute.
It's
endearing.
cute when old men do that.
Well, I mean, no, it's just like old people in general, like old men, old women, just like the way moms type on their phone. It's like, aw, they have no idea what they're doing. Aw.
Fucking Quite goes out in public and takes pictures of old men typing with one finger on their.
I send it to the group chat. I'm like, look, they're so cute.
Oh my god. Look, I think there are gonna be some extra security concerns with that. You know, like, obviously we've given up a lot of privacy, letting in like smart speakers and smart homes into our house. But like, there's like no place where we can get away from that now.
Well, the home is supposed to be the place of privacy. When you're outside, there's really no fucking rules against it.
It's Hunger Games out in there, bitch.
Yeah.
Last person to get a booty pic taken to them wins.
The last survivor wins.
I was last time I was out in the
survivor.
city, I was on the subway, right? The subway is always awful, you know, and I'm there with my girlfriend, and we got on a subway, minding our own business. The subway car is quiet. Then all of a sudden, this girl's like, okay, so whoever airdropped me a picture, you're a dick. And we're like, what? Like, she had left her airdrop on the New York City subway, not expecting someone to send her a rude picture.
Bro, whenever I'm in fucking line, I always try to see if airdrops on.
Oh yeah, no, I think at PAX it was. I think I made like some really shit like little sign thing that said subscribe to Quit, and I just fucking sent it to everybody.
Yeah,
who was
we fucking airdrop people at PAX. That shit's fun.
yeah, no, we just kept saying sub to our channels, please.
Yeah, but that's like fine. That's like, you know, playful.
It's innocent,
not
I
a
guess,
thing
yeah.
To, like, airdrop someone a dick pic in public.
I mean,
What did you ever find out what she got airdropped?
I assume it was a dick pic because she was like offended. I'm just thinking it was like a innocuous meme.
Diesel, it literally could have been fucking anything. She probably would have been
I
offended.
know, but she was like so angry.
Diesel, if someone if someone's sensitive and you airdrop them a picture of like Shrek, they'll probably be like, whoever airdropped me is a dick, and then they fucking move on. Like I don't fucking know.
But I don't know why you get so offended if you leave airdrop on. Like, you live in one of the most crowded cities on Earth, and you're like, how dare somebody in this public transit system send me a weird picture?
She just walks in the street and she just screams, whoever airdropped me is a dick, and she continues walking.
It's just a picture of Ugandan knuckles.
Okay. Well, speaking of airdropping, Diesel, what about Death Stranding?
Okay. So, did you guys see the new trailer?
Nope.
God
I'm
damn it.
informed.
It's 8 minutes long.
What?
It's an 8-minute long fucking trailer.
Bro, you say it like it's like fucking a quick watch. You're like, did you guys see the new trailer? It's like, no. It's like, oh, it's a fucking feature-length film.
Assumedly, you guys had time today. Like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, I had time, I just didn't.
I watched Death Stranding, and I watched the first trailer, and I'm like, I'm not really interested in this.
It looks weird.
Yeah, that's why I'm not interested.
I'll probably watch it after the podcast.
It looks like you fight ghosts.
So it looks more like Metal Gear Solid 5 than I thought it was gonna be. There's definitely like regular like stealth action gameplay in it, which I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, no, it looked like super like abstract in concept, like with all the earlier shit.
Ghostbusters, the game.
No, okay.
I'm an
so
adult
apparently, there's these like babies. They're called bridge babies in this game, right? Okay.
Can I punch them?
That sounds like if you just have a kid in a bridge by accident.
Well, I don't know. It's like a kid in a bottle, and fucking Normus Reedus like puts a hose in it.
Baby.
And then when he plugs into the bridge baby, he can see all the spooky ghosties that he has to like escape from, right? But it's like that, and then there's also like terrorists that wear skull masks that you fight.
Carries the fetus around?
There's the baby can see the other side, quote unquote. I don't know what that means, but I assume it means like the afterlife.
So they carry around a fucking baby and use it to see things.
They use it to see like these Lovecraftian horrors, yeah.
I thought that fucking baby was gonna get returned home or some shit.
No. I thought it was like Delivery Man the game, but
I know, but like
yeah, no, I remember when
everybody's does
like
like kung fu and shit.
I carry it. It's like, sir, why do you carry that baby around? Oh, well, you see, I can see ghosts. Like, what the fuck?
In case you didn't realize, there's a sequel to The Sixth Sense. Oh, spoilers for The Sixth Sense if you haven't seen that. I haven't seen it, but I knew that.
What else? So basically the babies are a mechanic to see these weird ghosts. At one point in the trailer, Norman Reedus like scales a wall. Like you can scale it kind of looks like a mix between Breath of the Wild and Metal Gear Solid 5. That
is such a weird. Okay, that literally. No, you need to throw a fucking like really dark horror game in there, because like, if you just fucking smash those two together, it like I think of that as being like running around fucking killing cartoons.
Yeah, no, because those games aren't as like different as like you might think.
No, they're not as different as you might think. I think there's more freeform exploration in Breath of the Wild, which is what Death Stranding seems to have.
Okay.
Because you can put ladders down. It seems pretty much anywhere.
Oh, so it's basically just Minecraft.
Sort of.
It's Minecraft with a
everything's Minecraft
and a ghost.
And like he can scale walls. Like he can put down equipment to scale down a wall. At one point and it is like it's very horror based. It seems. Because at one point he gets teleported to what looks like fucking World War I trenches and is fighting like demon zombie things.
This looks so retarded. I fucking skipped like 3 minutes in the trailer, just running around from fucking
I'm looking at pictures. I'm looking at pictures in an article, so I'll send that. I'll make it easier when I'm
honestly, the
things.
gameplay doesn't look nearly as good as I thought it would.
It looks a lot like Metal Gear when he's like on foot, and then at one point, like Norman Reedus does some like CQC. MGS
the motion blur
combat.
is fucking disgusting. In
Hopefully
this trailer,
you can turn that off.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm not watching the trailer yet. I'll probably just wait until after this.
I actually haven't seen motion blur that bad in so fucking long. He's like on a bike and the motion blur doesn't even look like it's working properly. It's all buggy.
The motion capture on Mads Mikkelsen is fantastic.
It looks like they fucking like just put Mads Mikkelsen and all these other actors like in the game.
Yeah, no,
like,
for real.
It looks ridiculous.
Even if like this isn't what even if the final game looks like worse than this, I can't complain too much because this is fucking stupid.
I don't know. This is like, it's what the fuck. When they first announced this game, it was like, yeah, it's gonna be like a super abstract art type game. And I'm like, oh, okay, that looks really fucking cool for the theme. But then it's like, okay, guys, next trailer. So you run around and you kill things.
Well, okay, and then
The
you
game
know,
is done.
To be fair, it took us 6 years to get to here.
yeah, and like Kojima said that there's like some weird cooperative mechanic in this that we have not seen yet, right? And it's like about, I'll just read what he said because it's really fucking confusing. Somebody stall for like a hot second.
He said it was a game, well, like in the trailer, like the little snippet I saw, it was said that it's a game that exists in a world where America's a place. I don't know how I feel about that. I was kind of hoping it just kind of went the full mile. But I get, like, obviously I'll have to play it first, but...
Trying to find a, like, paragraph.
Because, like, I really wanted it, like, I was really excited for it to lean into that super weird side. So I guess it's interesting that, like, it is a little more traditional
already
than we thought.
fucking does. Babies see goddamn ghosts. And these people kidnap. Hold up. These people kidnap children and put them in bottles.
I don't think it's a
like,
baby they kidnap.
That's weird. That's weird, but it doesn't lean into like the themes of like just into straight being psychedelic, which is what I really wanted out of it. Because I don't think I've played too many games that just lean
the
into
whole
that
game
full
is
stop.
you high on LSD.
I do think there is because it doesn't seem like you can fight whatever those monsters are. So there's like some kind of Lovecraftian horror element to it where it's like you're never gonna like understand it.
Yeah, there's a reason I wanted Agony to be good, and when that wasn't good, there's a reason I like want what was the other H.R. Geiger inspired game that's Scorn. There's a reason I want that to be like good because like even if it's a first person shooter, both of them like they lean into like really fucking just twisted imagery and shit. That's like I wanted like some really like just fucking trippy shit in this game.
I think the pizza delivery guy thing would have been better concept.
Okay, so here's what Hideo Kojima said, right? And obviously he speaks in artistic prose, but we'll break this down after we
Breaking down art.
Yeah, he says, people have built walls and become accustomed to living in isolation. Death Stranding is a completely new type of action game where the player's goal is to reconnect isolated cities in a fragmented society. All elements included in the story and gameplay are bound together by the theme of strand or connection. As Sam Porter bridges, you will attempt to bridge these divisions, and in doing so create new bonds or strands with other players around the globe. Through your experience playing the game, I hope you'll come to understand the true importance of forging connections with others.
So it is pizza delivery.
I have no fucking clue.
I mean, like, okay, first of all, the whole thing where it's like, hey guys, isolate yourself by playing this game to understand the concept of being social and talking to people. Fucking dumb. But like, I don't know. It's just
I think it's gonna be a game that's always cooperative. You know how Journey has the mechanic where you can run into other players on the same
No
journey
Man's
as you?
No Man's Sky, but actually with online.
No, I think Journey probably would be a better comparison because you can't fully interact with the other people that are doing the same thing as you, but you guys exist in the same like world and like you can acknowledge each other's existence and it impacts each other.
Can we stop and trade Pokemon?
I have no idea.
Unfortunately.
You can trade babies.
Hey, my baby can see more ghosts than your baby. You want to trade?
It's
so fucking weird.
My kid could beat up your kid.
Fucking imagine you're just like, it's just like, hey guys, we're gonna reconnect everyone. It's just a bunch of people running around with fucking fetuses in a goddamn can. Like, what the fuck?
I think it's an interesting theme to approach a game at with.
Yeah.
Like the ideas of like, you know, how we self-isolate each other from like the world because of how things operate now with like computers and technology and all that. It's a thing that's definitely an issue. Like it's very clearly a real issue.
It's so weird though, because like, so the robot thing in the back is connected to the baby. Like the baby's literally basically a machine. Like they're using
the
this
baby is the
child.
battery to detect the spookies.
Battery? Oh, that's fucked up.
What the fuck?
We're really like speculating into the wind here because of how abstract the trailer was. Like, even though it's 8 minutes, you don't understand a lot, and I don't know if this was like you know how like they put like lines in a trailer to like just explain the movie better or something like that. Yeah, at the end of the trailer, Mads Mikkelsen was like you know how they say in like games, oh, you could go anywhere, do anything. He's like, you can travel the whole world, even the moon. And I was like, is this like Kojima saying like, we're going to the moon in this game? Like, what the fuck? Why?
Or is this like pure conjecture or whatever, you know?
I have no idea. That's the thing.
Either way, I'm still excited for this game.
What are the fucking ghosts? Like,
I think that's part of like the mystery, because I have no idea yet. But there's some people who can like control them, and then there are other people who like are one with them, and then people who are fighting against them.
it sounds like a goddamn anime.
Well, it's Hideo Kojima.
Okay, now that I'm hearing more of this, it sounds like it is leaning more into that weirdness that I wanted it to.
I mean, like, you know, just fucking.
So I think before I say anything else, I'm gonna A, have to watch the trailer, and B, wait for the game to come out with more info. And whatnot.
Wait, just look at this fucking picture. That's a ghost. That light thing is hooked up to a fucking baby.
See,
like,
here's the thing. I think those aren't ghosts. I think they're like I said, a Lovecraftian horror, like an alien or an extra dimensional kind of thing that we can't like fully grasp. Right?
Yeah, I
It's
mean, like
kind of
this is from one of the older trailers that I haven't
this
seen.
is in the
but,
new
like,
one.
No,
That might be in the
this
new
is
one.
this one is from.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, where it's just a big guy.
Oh, big alien controls them. That makes sense.
See, and there's like an umbilical cord on him too.
I know.
Like,
That's the weird part. Maybe
What
that's
if-
why the babies can see them.
What if the babies are those things? It's their astral projected forms, and that's why they
The
can see them
babies
because
are
it's just
those
them.
things? They're just some fucking badass babies. Holy shit.
Fucking Power Rangers.
Thanks, Alexa. I'm assuming that came up on the mic.
God, there's
Didn't hear it.
Oh, okay.
and this is like a
Good time,
A-lister like actors in this game. It's pretty. I didn't expect that. Cut out the Alexa.
Oh yeah, no, there's
Yeah.
Mads Mikkelsen, Norman Reedus.
Guillermo del Toro is in it.
Is he in it or is he helping direct it?
They literally listed the character as him. Like when they show the credits, like they're saying it's him, but I don't think he does the voice. I'm almost certain he doesn't, because that's what I had read somewhere in an article, but I might be wrong. Troy Baker is also in it, and I mean,
shit.
he's in like everything, but he's always good.
He's in it because he's good, you know.
Yeah, and it looks like they just photoshopped him and put him in the game. Same thing with everything else. But I have no idea what this is, and if you want, you can buy $100 version that includes a baby statue. So there you go.
All right, speaking of mental illness in gaming. Because you have to have a mental illness to buy a baby statue for $100.
Gaming is a mental illness.
Yeah, it's a fucking disease. It doesn't
We're gonna
even
start
make sense.
collecting
Apparently.
disability.
I mean, I don't even know how the fuck it would be a disease. Because, like,
Apparently,
diseases are contagious.
no, diseases don't have to be contagious and all that shit. It's like
Really?
I don't. Maybe there's like a distinction that I'm missing there, but like to be an illness doesn't have to be contagious.
I
at
mean,
least.
no, yeah, an illness, but, like, I thought a disease was contagious.
Maybe
but
that's
not.
what makes a disease a disease. I'm not
Actually,
sure.
a disease isn't contagious because there are diseases that aren't. I don't know.
But like,
I
but
don't
like
fucking
the way it's gaming is considered a mental illness is specifically gaming addiction is what the thing's supposed to refer to. As like, and it's I haven't read too much into the details, but that's what I've been able to get from it.
I mean,
Yeah.
is gambling addiction? Oh, like
Gambling addiction is
is that
also-
like that's a real thing?
Yes.
Like it's
Okay,
specified
it
as
seems-
something separate.
I don't know why. I thought it should have been classified under gambling addiction, because you could call it gambling gaming addiction, you know, because they have a lot of things in common. In fact, all addiction has pretty much a very similar, like,
Yeah,
It's all
no,
very
it's like
similarly like related.
I understand the concern with like people getting like genuinely addicted to games because you can get addicted to anything, right? But it's like categorizing it separately is what intrigues me because like I guess there are elements to gaming that like you don't really get in other things, like being sucked into an alternate like narrative than like an alternate world than your others can be addicting in ways I don't think have been precedented before. So that separation is interesting.
The thing with gaming is you do something and you get a reward for it, and that triggers a dopamine rush, right? And so I would assume it's that high. And I just find that I also find it very interesting that they classified it as a mental like illness, like an addiction, because I part of me wants to say, okay, we shouldn't be classifying this as like its own thing like this, because I can see people using this as like lobbying issues to say, oh, well, we need to stop kids from playing the games because they're going to get gaming disorder, you know? Like, and I think that's a very genuine issue, and I think people should recognize that, and instead we're not, like, talking about that. I don't know why. And then the other one is like you said, quite, like, anything can be an addiction. Like, you can get addicted to anything. Think about how many people are addicted to eating food that, like, will literally kill them, you know? And we don't classify that as, like, an addiction.
Yeah, like something that doesn't have inherently addictive like chemicals in it, like that you don't just straight up ingest. You can get addicted to the feeling of doing just a thing, you know?
Yeah, because dopamine.
Yeah, dopamine's the chemical. Like, you don't need nicotine or something else all the time.
You could literally get addicted to breaking bottles on top of your fucking head if your brain's wired to do it. Like anything could literally be addicted to somebody depending on their personality.
Which is why I find it's kind of strange that, like, gaming has its own, like, category now, you know?
I did too at first, but it's like I think like the more I thought about how unique gaming is as a medium, like, and the type of like mindset it is and how pervasive it is, I think like I can see how it warrants it, but I feel like I need to fucking ruminate on it more before I come to like full stop.
I'm not trying to like put on like a conspiracy theorist hat, and I do definitely understand why it's being categorized as like, you know, an addiction. But I do feel like there's a lot of this that is based in moral panic. Because I really do think there's like a new moral panic surrounding like gaming and gamers and all that stuff, and that's
another one.
I feel like it
hasn't gone away.
I don't think it's not a new one. It's just the new form of it because it's always been around.
Old people be like, games are bad. Well, it's like, hey, old guy, you watch people getting killed on fucking TV growing up. Why don't you go fucking killing people?
I don't think that's what this is about, genuinely. I feel like this is like a different thing. It's like
the gaming addiction thing is a different thing. It is a problem, I agree, but like it's not nearly as big of an issue as people would make it out to be. But I'm talking about the politicians that make it out to be.
I think it's symptomatic. I think gaming addiction becoming a thing is symptomatic of a larger moral panic, and that is my crackpot hypothesis.
I think it's a reflection of the larger societal issues we find in like that. More and more people are fleeing to games as an escape, like as a perceived escape from society. That it's to the point where people think it should be classified as something separate.
Politicians be like, "Hey, gaming is a problem, and kids are getting addicted."
But it's not politicians who made. It's not politicians who made this. It's actual health experts.
Oh no, I'm just talking in general.
Yeah, but I do think there is like that social implication that's involved with coming to that conclusion. You know, and I don't think that's a very irrational thing to think. And I know some people would be like, "That's fucking crazy, Diesel. How could you think that?" There are a lot of people who are very smart people who come to wrong conclusions based off of societal norms. It wasn't until just recently that being transgender was taken out of the DSM-5, which is the like manual that they use to diagnose people with mental illnesses. That was just taken out. Yeah. Like it is. This is based around what people feel in a culture just as much as it is based on medical science.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Gaming addiction is like, it's interesting because like anybody can get addicted to games, and like anybody can get addicted to anything. Like you can get addicted to TV in the same way you're addicted to games. Like you can get addicted to just like wanting to see how a story progresses and shit like that. And then with games, it's like, I don't know. Gaming addiction's like weird to me because like I haven't been addicted to a game for a while, but I understand why someone would constantly feel the desire to like continue playing a game. But like I feel like for the most part, the people who do get addicted to games aren't having the best life outside of gaming.
Yeah,
like like school kids, for example, it's like, oh, my grades are shit, my teachers are shit, I don't have many friends. It's like, I'm gonna play fucking Zelda instead. Like, that's a good out for them. It's like an outlet to the problems they have.
The argument I've seen a lot is in regards is that like gaming addiction isn't inherently a thing on its own. It's more of just something symptomatic of a larger issue. But I guess
I was about to say that.
But I guess you could say that like that symptom could also deserve a name.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Like I said, I do see a very good argument for both sides. I think a lot of people do want to throw it out as like an argument, but when I see people who are quote unquote like addicted to games, there's usually a lot more going on, you know, and we really shouldn't boil it down to like a correlation equals causation kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's a huge issue, and I do think it'll like put people who play games into that kind of social stigma that's always surrounded like the kind of like gaming community at large, where it's like, oh, it's a bunch of nerds, they don't go outside, they don't know how to operate in social situations, this, that, and the
I feel
other
attacked.
But it's like, it's more of a question of how do they end up in that position where they're like that to begin with, you know?
Yeah, and I think if we actually looked at people who have gaming addiction, we would find a lot more serious underlying issues. And I understand that gaming addiction would ruin someone's life because they would not be going to work, right? They'd be doing all the things like an addict would do and prioritize their addiction over other things in their life, right? But I would take being addicted to video games over heroin any day. Like, full stop, period.
Sure.
I feel
Sure.
like the reason the tension's come into it now is because it's probably the most widespread it's ever been, or at least the most visible it's ever been because of the internet coming to its height, you know?
First of all, gaming is a lot cheaper than heroin, and that's it. Conclusion done.
Oh, I mean, like,
if you're true and well addicted to it, you could be blowing money on like new consoles, new games, new computer parts,
Yeah, but
just
I
so
mean,
you can game better and more hardcore like a
from-
real gamer.
From my experience, like, in just seeing people who like genuinely get addicted to games, like even if it's like a short period of time, like a couple months, they usually are hooked on one game. And like people who are like lifelong addicts, like fucking World of Warcraft, for example, there's probably people who have been playing that from the start who are straight up still addicted to that fucking game, like years and years later. A lot of the times people seem to get addicted to like one type of game or like one game in general. I don't see many people addicted to like just gaming as a whole. It's usually like one game.
I think the difference between like, so if you're doing WoW right, or you're doing like a game that, you know, you'd see people get quote unquote addicted to, and the reason I feel so like iffy about that is because like WoW offers up that escapism, but there's also a lot of social interaction and connection you get there with other people that you wouldn't get otherwise, you know? And it's and it's the same thing for like being like a YouTuber or whatever. Like, obviously we don't go out like in public or like, you know, like we work from home, but there are ways
Discord's my office.
Like social interaction.
Yeah, this place like Discord. No, I say place. Fucking, it's like it gives us naturally like we're in a lot more than people. Like we don't get social interaction by going out, like commuting to work or commuting to school or some shit. Well, some of us do, but that's like
to work. When you said that, I just imagined people driving by with their windows down. Hey, how you doing?
do you know what commute means?
No, I do, but that's what I mean, it could be car or bus or whatever the fuck. I just imagine someone.
But I mean, like by
by
commuting to work and then like being at a separate place from home where you get face-to-face interaction. With YouTube, inherently you don't get that, or at least with the type of content we make. But Discord and places like that, sometimes gaming, they act as outlets for us to get that interaction where we kind of lack it in everyday life because our lives are dominated by being inside.
Yeah, and I would argue gaming holds a lot of that kind of like pro-social activity, which is a real thing. This is stuff I studied in college. Like, it's very
big
good.
boy with his degree.
Well, it legitimizes my opinion when I'm saying these big words now, doesn't it? Right?
Well, continue.
But, like, I think, like, you know, if you say, oh, someone's addicted to WoW because they play it every day, that might be how they meet their friends, vent about their problems, talk about their issues.
Yeah, just because someone does something every day doesn't mean they're addicted.
Yeah, and it's like, I feel like you could use like, oh, they're addicted to gaming, and like just throw that out, and like you could actually give people like that could be very harmful to people. You know, and
yeah, it's like this Discord calls and shit like became a pretty usual like part of our schedules, and like that's how we get like our social fulfillment. And it's not the same as real life, but it's how we get ours.
Yeah, I mean, I would also argue that I do need like the physical interaction. So it is.
Oh
nice
yeah,
to
same.
see you guys from time to time. Like,
For sure. It's like I'd love to like move closer to everybody so that like we could just hang out and shit more. Because like Discord, like as good as it is, like it's still like it's still only like voice and shit, and it's not face to face. So it does.
I say we move to Antarctica. There's no one else there.
You can't live there.
Okay, that's not with that fucking attitude, Diesel.
All right, you're gonna die.
I don't care if no one actually has a nation in Antarctica and it's owned by everyone. I'm gonna move there.
I'm gonna
I will
move
follow
there and make my own country.
I'm gonna make my own country and have 10 people living there. We're gonna have bars, bowling alleys. We're gonna have the whole shebang. Chuck E. fucking Cheese is gonna be in Antarctica, guys.
And you
Mark my
can't
fucking
come
words.
because you're not cool. You can't come.
I'm gonna make my own country with blackjack and hookers.
No, just like on the outskirts of the country, just a sign that says "No girls allowed."
Except for Anna, I guess you're okay.
Now entering gamer country.
We exclusively speak in racial slurs.
Oh my god.
Jesus fucking Christ! A fucking insert censor noise.
You really wanted to use it this episode. I knew you.
Yes, I totally did that just to give you an in.
Oh my god.
Brandon got
Anyway,
this
that's
fucking
gaming
like
addiction.
voice
That was the
changer
most
on his
intellectual conversation we've had in like
ages.
20 episodes.
I agree, Diesel.
And of course, now we're back to Brandon using his fucking voice changer.
Wait, can you do the like the beat, like the music voice thing? That, like,
Oh yeah, the immediately auto-tune one.
Yeah.
It has hard tune, but I haven't really set it up yet.
Oh damn.
I don't really know how it
have
works.
Brandon do the Tetris voice. That is not what I meant, but thank you.
Let's talk about fucking Call of Duty naming their next COD Modern Warfare. That's it. It's just Modern Warfare.
It's a soft reboot. Wait, is it just Modern Warfare or is it Call of Duty Modern Warfare? Oh, okay.
No, it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but like I'm saying, it's not like Modern Warfare 4. It's Modern Warfare. Like they're going back to fucking Modern Warfare. Oh, it's being revealed tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah. We recorded this one day too early.
Damn. Oh well.
I don't care about COD. There we go.
I don't either. Literally the fucking point of this is COD's pretty much dead. I mean, it is like.
We bought Black Ops 4 and gave it a chance, and then we stopped playing it after like a week.
Yeah, it's like I just don't care anymore. And then Battlefield is just fucking dead. Like, there's no hope for that game.
Weirdly enough, I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 4 recently. That game's still alive.
The old Battlefields are fucking great, but the new ones, I don't know, they don't feel right.
I think less people play 1 and 5 than people play 1942 and 4. Sorry, 2142.
2142 is great. I wish more people played that. I'd like a new one of those.
Oh yeah. Like, did you know that like the Battlefield 4, like the last DLC pack was like the prequel to that?
Really?
Yeah, no, like they had like a bunch of futuristic weapons, drones and shit, like fucking lasers and whatnot. Like I had so much fun when that DLC came out.
Yeah.
Battlefield 4 is only like $20. It's still fucking like alive and well, so if you want to get into that, it's a decent game to try.
Yeah, I might actually pick that up.
Yeah, let me know.
Battlefield 4.
Do I own Battlefield 4? I don't
We
fucking
fucking
know.
played it together, you fucking idiot.
I thought we played something like Battlefield Hardline, like losers.
No, we fucking played 4. That's like how we met, you fucking retard.
If you find it in the if you find it in your
maybe it was 3.
I'm sure that one's still kind of alive, but if you find if you find it in the ancient library of your Origin account, if you still remember what your password to that is, hit me up.
Okay.
Because I've been no-lifing it.
I could have fucking sworn you on Battlefield 4.
I've been playing The Sims 4.
I have a couple of games I need to get. I recently picked up Hitman 2 because it was on sale.
That's a great game. Did you get the Game of the Year edition?
Let me see what I got. The $50 version, including the sale. I forgot which one it was. It was. Did I get the Game of the Year? Yeah, I got the gold.
Yeah, so that'll come with like all the episodes from season 1 and season 2. There's a lot of shit in that.
Yeah, it was only $50, and I'm like, oh, that's a fucking steal. It's half off. So I got that. I got Rage 2. I might end up refunding it if I don't fucking play it. I don't know. Because like a lot of people were saying like, oh, it's like the gun mechanics and the combat's really good. Vehicles suck, and I was like, okay. I really liked, what was it called? It was an old game. It was an old fucking game. I forgot what it was called. It had like, it involved a lot of guns. I can't remember it. Fuck.
It involved a lot of guns.
Yeah.
Every video game ever.
It had like a fucking electric tether you'd use to pull people.
Bulletstorm.
Yeah, Bulletstorm, and it said it was related to that, and the combat looked pretty similar. So, and I was like, I really fucking enjoy the combat in Bulletstorm, so I'm gonna get this. And then I also got Three Kingdoms Total War.
You can play Bulletstorm now as Duke Nukem.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I have the remastered version.
Part of me wants to get Mordhau because I'm really interested in that like fucking medieval combat, but I don't know if I've played enough.
It's good. I like it.
Epic.
It's like Chivalry, but like refined.
I didn't play Chivalry, which is why I'm thinking about it.
It looks really good. I've been thinking of picking it up, but it's like it's pricey.
I just wish it's 30.
That is a little bit.
I wish they had fucking pirates, so I could use like flintlock pistols and shit. That's what I fucking mained on Chivalry, but they don't have that.
Are you even gonna play Total War, Brandon?
I plan on it.
I fucking love the Total War games, but I haven't pulled the trigger on Three Kingdoms yet. So
I mean, I like strat games like that. I never really got in Total War, and Three Kingdoms looked good, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this one. And like I had my eye on it for quite a while. But like I like strat games like that, like Civ 5, fucking stuff like that, and like I don't know, strategy games are good to me. But like I need to be in like a certain mood to like really play them, and then once I do, I'll play it for like 8 hours straight and be like, what? What happened to the time?
I would have gotten Shogun 2 if I were you before getting like the $60 Three Kingdoms one, but I don't know if it's good, if it's polished enough, I wouldn't mind.
Shogun 2.
Yeah,
I mean, it has good reviews.
I know Rome 2 was like really bad. So
yeah, Three Kingdoms has an 84 on Steam. I mean, like, I've seen people complain about Total War games. If they don't like them, they fucking complain. And there's like 60,000 people playing it right now.
They hold a really high standard for their strategy games.
Yeah. I can tell. Hey, what else
the
is
dad
here?
games.
Oh, Splitgate's out now. The game we played at PAX.
Oh yeah, shit. I remember seeing that.
It's now free to play.
It's been picking up a lot of traction the like months leading up to it. Like I saw like a bunch of bigger, like higher profile YouTubers talking about it, like people like over at ESPN saying they really enjoyed it.
There's like one really big problem that I have, and actually there's like two big problems. So in Domination, when you're capturing a point, it fucking freezes on your progress when really it should go back to being neutral unless you cap the point, right? That annoys me a bit. But and then whatchamacallit, the amount of times I have killed someone when they kill me at the same fucking time for whatever reason is becoming so infuriating. It's hard to deal with. It happens so often though in this game. Like it's like, oh, I'm gonna go melee this guy. Fucking both drop dead, and I'm like, what the
like,
fuck?
That exact thing will happen in Halo. You both melee at the same time, and then
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like it happens a lot more in Splitgate than it ever did in Halo. For me,
it happened plenty of times in Halo. Definitely.
I think we're just rose tinted because I remember that shit happening all the damn time.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something that like really fucking annoys me because I'm just like,
Splitgate's really good. Honestly,
it is.
There's some balance issues.
It needs polishings too, like bad.
Yeah.
I think I have a few games to pick up.
Kind of ass.
I think I have some games to pick up after this cast though.
Splitgate's fun. It's just like a fun like.
It's also
hop on,
free, so I mean, like,
yeah, it's also
can't
free.
go wrong.
What else is the plasma rifle in Splitgate? I know they buffed recently, but it's still pretty bad.
I like it.
It's an awful gun. It's the weakest gun in the game, hands down. Battle rifle's perfect. It's brilliant. It's the weapon you should always go for.
RPG.
Okay, obviously it's a power weapon.
Railgun.
I think it's a little easier to get into than like something like Quake or something. So it's
Oh,
like,
for sure.
It's like a good middle ground, you know.
And then some people are like fucking ridiculous as the game now. So you get in the game, they're like fucking, like they're just shooting portals to your left and fucking killing you through a goddamn portal. You're like, what the fuck?
Dude, the portal mechanic makes it incredibly complicated. There's a very high skill ceiling in that game. Like, I didn't expect it to be that ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd imagine it changes things beyond like recognition.
It really does mix it up.
And if there's teamwork on the other team and your team doesn't have teamwork, you're fucked.
Yeah,
Like,
because
for real, you're
the
fucked.
portals are such an advantage if you have a good team. Like, oh my god, if you guys are working together, you're screwed. Like,
Yeah, like we played a game and like we were fucking sweating so hard trying to get like at least close to winning. And like we were like, oh my god, they fucking destroyed us every time. We go to capture a point, 3 fucking portals would open up and just they'd fucking jump out and destroy us. Like fuck. Like oh my god. Fuck that shit.
Gamer disease.
It's hard.
gamer disease.
I have gamer disease.
But before this podcast ends, I need to know what Pokemon Sleep is. Please help.
So apparently there's like, it's this new game that got announced during the Pokemon conference yesterday. And the concept of it is like, it'll sleep, like your Pokemon will sleep and wake up with you. And like, there's like little interactive bits. It's a mobile game. I'm pretty sure all the shit they announced yesterday was mobile games. Or was a Pokemon storage thing called Pokemon Home, which is like essentially Pokemon Bank, but it includes Pokemon Go and a bunch of the other titles.
Okay.
But it's like Pokemon Sleep. It's the details are vague, but my Pokemon waking up with me and saying hi when I wake up sounds like a fucking amazing way to start my day. So
that's what Pokemon Sleep was. People were like, "You can sleep with your Pokemon," and I'm like, "Wait a second, what?"
Right.
So literally, you can't sleep with your Pokemon. So it's like a sleeping tracker.
I think so.
It's like
Pokemon
a sleeping game.
Pokemon Sleep will turn sleeping into entertainment, much in the same way that Pokemon Go turned walking into entertainment.
That sounds so dystopian. It'll turn sleeping into something.
Pokemon Sleep is released set for release in 2020 and will work with a device Nintendo is calling the Pokemon Go Plus Plus. This is not a joke, it is the real name. The peripheral will help track and monitor your sleep patterns.
Dude, I'd just rather have like an app on like my smartwatch. Like what? That's weird. Who thinks sleeping isn't fun? Fucking strange.
Sleeping is great, especially when you have like fucking sick dreams.
Dude,
And then you wake up and forget them.
Bro, has your ass ever just been like flying and shit, homie?
I don't know about flying, but I've definitely like, especially recently, been having a lot more like really vivid dreams. I'm like, yes, victory.
I don't know. It's just like I've like had like a you know the fucking game Leafy used in like the background of his gameplay commentaries where like he'd like just be like falling off edges and shit and he'd like
It's
grab
something
a thing
about
with
like
the
an
hand.
uncle.
Yeah.
I don't know, like
Uncle.
I have
Yeah.
no idea what that game is, but like I remembered like I would like dream scenarios like that. Where I was just floating in like endless clouds and like I'd have to like attach to
actually a
rocks
good
and shit
game.
with tethers. Like
I'd recommend it.
that imagery was so slick.
Okay, I think we're done. Uncle and the podcast, Uncle.
Okay, I will. Thank you guys for watching this episode of the Loudmouse Podcast. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at loudmouse_. You can catch us on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, and iTunes. I think that's all of them. And probably a few other places too, honestly. Be sure to follow our individual Twitters and YouTubes. Thanks for watching this episode, and we will see you guys next time.